Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today for a nice little tutorial on Bakasana, or crow pose as it's also called, or crane pose. So I've got a few little tips for you to bring you into the pose a little easier, and then at the end I'm going to give you guys a nice strengthening practice that you can use to really get yourself ready for the strength needed in the arms and the shoulders for this pose. So we are going to start on our backs today. Bring yourself down nice and gently onto your back. And then when you get down there, bring your knees nice and gently into your chest. Bring maybe the arches of your feet together. And then open up through your knees. So your knees are wider than your chest. Maybe take a little rock here. Feel the tailbone lifting from the earth and feeling the spine really connect with the earth. You've got a nice long neck. Chin is tucked into the chest. And then here, you really want to connect that core feeling. So you want to bring your belly button in and up towards your spine. Then we're going to take the palms up towards the ceiling, like you're pressing them up towards the sky, just like you'd be pressing them against the floor in your Bakasana. Take an inhale here. Feel that opening through the chest. Exhale, relax through the shoulders. So the shoulders move down and away from the ears. Now we're going to take the hands towards the legs, and wherever they land, give a little squeeze. Inhale up. Exhale back down towards the knees. Inhale up. Exhale back down. This time when you exhale, the hands towards the legs. Squeeze the legs towards the arms. Squeeze the arms towards the legs and find that sensation in your core at the same time. That's the feeling that we're looking for in our Bakasana and our crow pose. So we're going to come up and we're going to give it a little try with a few extra little tips. All right, coming into a squat here, and we're up on the balls of our feet. Tip number 2 for Bakasana is foundation. And in this pose, the foundation is in our hands. We want to make our hands and our foundation nice and strong, just like building a house. Your foundation is strong, everything that comes up out of that will be strong too. So let's find nice flat hands by taking the palms to the floor, spreading the fingers, and lengthening through the fingers. Feel how you're taking up as much space as you can with your hands on the floor. Nice and gently, give it a little rock here. Find how you can be strong in the hands, lengthening through the arms, but opening through the shoulders and really relaxing through that open chest at the same time. Now your hands, you want probably to be shoulder distance apart rather than a little wider. It gets a little harder with the wider arms, so try and keep them shoulder distance apart. And tip number 3 is to find this nice cross with the legs. We're starting in a beginner Bakasana here. So that cross with the legs, the arm comes down on the inside of the leg, forms that nice crisscross. You don't want it too far down or your elbow will start to stick against your shin bone. So keeping your knees, the inside of your knees, towards your upper arms, let's say. Nice flat hands. Feel that strength in your hands. Feel the strength up through your arms. Inhale, engage the core and lift up through the hips. Just feeling the sensation in your body as you do that and recognizing how much strength will come into your hands. Tip number 3 is the triangle. Say your hands are the 2 bottom tips of your triangle. You want a nice long spine and you want to be looking forward at the top tip of your triangle when you come into your Bakasana. So hands nice and strong, inhaling into the core, lifting through the hips, looking forward. If we look down, we'll fall down. So we want to look forward towards that tip of the triangle. Nice job. Tip number 4 is to come up nice and slowly with one foot at a time. Just trying and recognizing that sensation of lifting one foot, resting the leg against the upper arm, engaging the core and finding that strength in the shoulders. Just nice and gently trying that a few times helps with the practice. Then always feel good about sitting back and giving the wrists a little roll or a little stretch before you come up. Try again. All right, the next tip is to maybe place a cushion or a pillow on your triangle in front, just in case of a face plant while you're practicing. It always feels a little bit better just to have that extra protection there. With the feet, you want to see if you can bring your arches in together. Placing the hands down, another little tip here is once the hands are placed and the legs come to the crisscross over the upper arms, then you really want to squeeze your elbows in towards one another as you lift one foot, then the other, looking forward, engaging the core, exhaling it down. All right, this is practice time. This is where we practice just one foot coming up after another, and then eventually we can progress on to the next stage. So let's see it from the side this time. Nice flat hands, arches of the feet together, nice long spine, looking forward, squeezing the elbows in, that nice crisscross for the legs and the upper arms. Inhale, lift the butt. Exhale, tilt yourself forward and allow the both feet to come up together with gravity. This is a leap of faith, and this is where all that strength and all those tips come together. So don't beat yourself up if this doesn't happen straight away. It's a practice. Nice and gently bring yourself down, and then maybe we'll try one more time. So this time I'm going to just show how we can bring the knees up into the armpits, a little bit more coming up onto the toes, and just a little bit more in the pose for us to practice when we eventually get to this point of tilting forward, trusting that we're not going to fall forward, and allowing the legs to lift up towards the butt by themselves. Sit yourself back nice and gently. Well done for getting this far in the video. Now I'm going to show you just one more little tip that will strengthen your body and get it ready for your Bakasana. Bring yourself onto your knees, curl the toes underneath, and scoot yourself up into your downward dog. Find your nice flat hands here, roll your shoulders out, release your head nice and long in the neck, and walk it out a little bit for some stretch. Inhale up with the right leg, exhale, bring it towards your right elbow. Now inhale and lift the knee up into your armpit, exhale it down, inhale it up, and exhale it down. Feeling and working that strength in your shoulders and your arms and your hands is what we're doing here. Take a nice few breaths here, and then we'll go with the opposite leg. Nice big inhale up with the left, exhale it into the elbow, inhale it up into the upper arm, exhale to the elbow. A little better than what I'm doing in this video, maybe trying to keep the knee a little closer to the arm as it comes up and down, and finding that strength in the shoulders, the hands, and the arms. Walk it out a few times, find your breath, take a nice big inhale, exhale, take the knees to the earth, and sit yourself back. Well done. This is a practice. It's fabulous for our arms. Bakasana, it's also a great core strengthener, and it's a good mind-body connection to practice as well as having a little fun. So keep the practice up. It will get better every time you practice, and very quickly too. Thanks for joining me today. Don't be afraid to hit that like button and subscribe. Namaste. See you next time.